right, guys, this is 9.2 notes. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, so pause as you need to, ask questions if you need them. So your first thing is going to be to solve for y when necessary. And then we have that same thing we had the other day, or yesterday's lesson, that a solid line is going to be for equals. Dotted line is going to be when it's not equal. It's going to be below if it's less than, and above if it's greater than. Okay? So let's look. So our first one is not set up. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So 2y greater than negative 3x plus 6. Divide both sides by 2. And so I have negative 3/2 x plus 3. So I'm going to start at the 3. And I'm going to go down 3 over 2. And finish out my graph. Alright, now I'm using a ruler to make my line straight. So I recommend I'm going to pull up. Sorry, my mic fell, so I might make some noise. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I've got my ruler. Okay, so I'm going to have a dotted line because it doesn't have an equal sign. So I'm going to do a dotted line. Yesterday it gave us the whole thing over the side where we circled if it was dot or not. So there's my dotted line. And then it's going to be y is greater than, so I'm going to shade above. Now I know in class some of the students were like doing some hardcore shading, making it perfect. It doesn't have to be that way. It's just a shading. I put my pencil on the side like a normal pencil, and it does a really nice shade. Okay. Be sure I can tell whether it is a dotted line or a solid line, because I will count it wrong if I can't tell. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Again, it's not set up as y equals, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides. That gives me a negative 3y greater than or equal to negative x minus 6. I'm going to divide by a negative 3. Now, if we remember from inequalities, when I divide by a negative, I should have an alarm going off because I'm going to flip my sign. Negative 1 divided by negative 3 is just going to be 1/3 x. And negative 6 divided by negative 3 is going to be a positive 2. So I'm going to graph. Up 1 over 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I see that it has an equal sign, which tells me solid line. That is a rule you're going to have memorized. And then x is less than, so I'm going to shade under it. Sorry, it said y is less than. Sorry, I read that completely wrong. Oh, there we go. So that tells me anything in the shaded area would be true. All right, our next one. Y is greater than 3. So I'm going to go to my y is 3. And every time y is going to be 3. So I know it is a hoi situation. So it's going to be horizontal at my 3. But it doesn't have the equal sign. So I'm going to have to do a dotted line. I'm sorry, I know I kind of went off screen on that. So I am doing a dotted line, and since it's on a line, you're going to really have to show the dots. I don't know if you can see that really well. Oh yeah, you can. That shows up pretty good in the video. And then it says that y is greater than, so greater than is going to be above. All right, let's look at number 4. X, so I'm going to think of bucks. Bucks. And so it's going to be x equals -4. So I'm going to have a vertical line at -4. And it has an equal sign with it. So I am going to put a solid line. Oh, but I did that wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. Woo, end of the day. Should have been thinking better. Sorry. Vertical line is going to be up and down at 4 is -4. Oh, x is -4. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day, and I'm doing this at the end of the school day, so I apologize for my mistake. Hopefully I didn't confuse you. It is a bucks because it has x, which means it's vertical at my -4. It's solid because it has an equal sign. And this time I want where x is less than. So there's no above and below, so we're going to have to use our brain here. So what is something that x would be, a point where x would be less than or equal to -4? Okay, well if I think of this direction, this is 0, well that's not less than. This side is less than, and every one of these points is considered, could fall on it. All right, so hopefully that didn't confuse you too much because it's not an above or a below situation, but you are thinking what x could be, and x is going to be less than, so I need to go to numbers that are going to be less than that -4. All right, let's flip to the back side. Which of the following points would be a solution to the inequality of -2 is less than 3x minus y? So I want to get it in y equals form, so I'm going to bring my y to my left side. So it's going to be y minus 2, 3x. Then I'm going to bring my 2. So I'm left with y is less than 3x plus 2. It's not normal. We don't always have that y on that side. So hopefully that didn't confuse you too much. So I'm going to start at the 2. I'm going to rise 3, run 1. Rise 3, run 1. Alright, so it doesn't have an equal sign, so that tells me I'm going to be doing a dotted line. I know in yesterday's video I would make the solid line and then would erase. It doesn't matter which way you do it. This is probably the more common way. I just kept slipping up and doing, you graph solid lines for so long, you have to remind yourself to do a dotted. And then y is less than. So I'm going to shade under it. Now, of course, the more vertical that line gets, the more up and down, the harder it is for some people to see under. Okay? And some of you are like, it's pretty easy to see. Well, that's good. But some people really do have trouble. But hopefully you can tell that this is under. So let's look, what points? So I'm going to plot these points. So we have -2, 0. That's where my A would be. That's not a possibility. 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. B. Oh, that's good. Negative 6, 2. Negative 2, 1. Nope. 8, 3. Yep, that's in my shaded. And 1, 5. Oh, so that falls right on that line. But remember, there's not an equal sign, so it's not part of it. All right, the last question is a little bit backwards what we've been doing. So now we have a graph, and we need to write the inequality. So I'm going to start by finding my slope. So I'm going to find my slope and my y-intercept. My y-intercept's 4, and my slope is rise 2, 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3. So now it's going to be y, and I know it's going to be 2/3 x plus 4. Okay? All right, all I've done so far is find my slope and y-intercept and plug them into their respective spots. So now I need to look and say, okay, this is a solid line. That's good, so I know there's going to be an equal sign with it. Okay? And I am above. So my y is going to be greater than or equal to. And that's my equation. All right, as always, if you have any questions, send them my way. I know these videos are kind of quick. With 2 subjects and 2 videos a day, I got to do them pretty quick. If you have any questions, please let me know. Tonight, you have homework, 9-2. If you have your packet, you can just do it on the paper and then send me pictures. If you don't have the packet, then you're going to have to get graph paper and graph these for me. We'll graph the assignments and send it to me. The homework is due tonight before midnight. If you didn't turn in yesterday's homework, it's already late, and I will take it today till midnight, but it's going to be with that late points off. So be sure that you're taking care of business. Even if you're an at-home learner, you have to be on top of it. If you have any questions, send it my direction. Have a good day.